Hi everybody, my name is Riho and I wanted to share something about my bicycle trip, a bicycle tour from Tallinn to Lisbon, Portugal. Currently I'm here in Tallinn because I took a break from this trip because of some problems with my tent, which I still think how to solve, and I have no good ideas. My first thought was to exchange this tent, Hilleberg Acto, to a 3-season tent, Big Agnes Copper Spur HV, whatever it stands for, ultralight tent, four-person tent. But I'm not sure. If you look my previous video, then you see that there are problems with this Big Agnes tent as well, and of course it is not a 4-season tent, unlike this Hilleberg Acto, which is really tough tent, and I have problems with condensation. I have to say that my mind circles around this idea how to solve the problem with condensation in a tent with Hilleberg Acto. If you have any ideas, you can give on and propose something. And what else? Until now, I think this trip has been quite interesting. Already the first 100 kilometers, it was so that I had puncture in my tire, and almost in the same place, 1.5 kilometer far, was the bicycle repair shop, and they repaired my tire and all this free of charge, giving also the spare inner tube to me. And so I just thought that it's really something from God, that God really helped me in this situation. I could solve it by myself. I had some spare inner tube, but maybe God wanted to have to be solved this problem even more effectively. And maybe it was also a message from God that don't rely on your gear, because short after my journey I replaced my old tires to Schwalbe Marathon Plus Tour tires, which is praised, this model is praised in internet so much that 5,000 kilometers without puncture, and in first 100 kilometers I got punctured. It's really it's making humble that actually you are not very safe also with this kind of tires. Of course, this is rather an annoying problem than a very serious problem to have puncture. It just takes a lot of time, and not always there is possibility to fix where the puncture is and so on. And what else should I say about my trip? I think the highlight until now was in small Latvian village or town called Krimulda. It was a rainy day, Sunday, and I thought that it would be good idea to go somewhere to somehow to cook some foods, some warm or at least dry place. and suddenly I saw that there was a church and church meeting. People are gathering there, and I thought maybe they would offer me also some dry place where I could make food with my small gas canister stove, and maybe just to get more dry. Also, my clothes were also very wet. I was in this service, and after this, I was invited to another building nearby the church to have a tea and some breakfast together, and the pastor of this church, I think his name was Sandis Kalinš. He proposed that maybe I can stay there overnight, and I was so glad that I got such opportunity to get my clothes dry and to rest a bit and to have food. They said, "Oh, you feel at home. You can take whatever you want." There was a kitchen, a chimney, and there was also I don't know, music center, or how to say, a DVD player. And the pastor said that to me that I give you also this DVD. 100 dziesmas, 100 best songs of Kaspar Dimitera, of Kaspar Dimiters. This is kind of inclination. And it was so warm. I don't know how I was treated. It just made me to praise God that He surely helped again me in this situation, and I listened all the night, not only the evening but also at night, this music of this songwriter. He's also a poet, songwriter, singer. I listened to this, and it was so peaceful. At least this how the music sounds. It is very peaceful, and I felt so relaxed, and then I thought that maybe the music of this composer could edify, or just to add some interesting note to my videos, and I asked for approval from Kaspar Dimiters himself, that I could also use this music on my bicycle trip for my videos background music. He agreed, and so the previous video about this tents, comparison of these two tents from Hilleberg and from Big Agnes. The background music is also from this same composer, the same singer, Kaspar Dimiters. So how it will be further, I don't know. It is interesting that when I started this bicycle tour, then the weather was very mild, and it was rainy, mostly very rainy. But still, there are +2, +5, +7 degrees. And when I made a break, 10 days after the beginning, and I came from Kaunas, Lithuania, to Estonia, then suddenly the weather turned to be very wintry. And also yesterday it was a big snowstorm in Tallinn, where I live and where I am also right now. And I think it was also good that I can now be maybe more prepared for coming weather harsh conditions. Of course, I was prepared also before, but maybe I think I didn't expect that the winter will come so early this year. Proper winter with proper minus degrees in Celsius, and I think, yeah, it will be very interesting to know already how it will be further with such heavy load on my racks of my bicycle. Yeah, mostly I will make my tour in the bigger roads, or at least some gravel roads. But if the gravel roads are maybe covered with snow, then it will be still quite hard to pull through this snow, all the things. And I'm a bit not scared, but worrying about my knees, because my knees are somehow, they have some problems already since the year 2018, and until now I can make some bicycle trips, some hikes, but not very intensively, and that's why my daily kilometrage is also quite modest, around 70, 80 kilometers, maybe even less in winter now. Just for already for this reason that my knees don't, they aren't very good health. And what else? Yeah, this everything makes me so humble, because I know that many problems I cannot solve by my let's say preparations, or my gear isn't sufficient to cope with all problems. And also yesterday, when I made short overnight camping in Tadu near Tallinn, it was also snowing, and I thought that how it is really a miracle that small birds, very agile birds, they just go here and there, and they rely on something. They don't worry. It seems that they don't worry, and they manage somehow without any backpacking gear, any hiking gear. And yeah, it is somehow yeah, worrying to think about this, that for bicycle trip it is really not very good time. But otherwise I think it were very beautiful, very warm weather. Then maybe I wouldn't think so much about the conditions, or about the environment surrounding me. It makes it brings to closer contact with nature, and makes to notice more detailed where to place your tent, and where to make food, or I don't know, when to travel. If there is very big snowstorm, then I think I will stay in one place, maybe for a day or even two, because it makes no sense to make that much effort to go only for a couple of kilometers in that kind of conditions, like yesterday. So yeah, it's interesting that winter came this year so early. I thought that it will be only a short period of such kind of climate when I'm making this trip. But soon there will be southern Europe countries where temperatures are higher and there will be no winter. But it seems now that actually a bigger part of my bicycle trip will be through the winter, through proper winter, not just the season called winter, but in actual winter with snow and everything, something like that. Yeah, what else? About the aim of this journey, maybe. I I made a plan to. Initial plan was for me to make a trip to Georgia, but then I discovered that maybe it's not very safe right now. In surrounding countries there are some tensions. Maybe not anymore, but still. And I thought that maybe, yeah, why not Portugal to go through all the Europe and because I don't have any let's say attraction or any affection towards Portugal, any special affection towards Portugal. It just seemed to be an interesting challenge to go with bicycle through all the Europe. And but my aim was rather, I think, to have as much as possible meaningful experiences throughout this journey, and to think more about God, to think about more about my life and what should I do differently than I did before. Yeah, that was my aim. So it is not for me. It is not that important to reach Portugal, but maybe it is not even possible, not impossible that I could end somewhere else my journey. But until now, I have good thoughts about this. I think Portugal is good destination. And then to fly back with my bicycle to Estonia and yeah, if you have any questions, then write below to comments, and I try to answer at least right now when I'm in Tallinn. I will answer. During the bicycle trip, I use electronics. I use my phone, but not that much, especially now when the temperatures are below zero and but this power banks and all the electronics will will run empty of battery so easily. So I will avoid to use electronics while having bicycle tour as much as possible. But I still use also sometimes internet there. I have access to internet through mobile connection. So I think that's all. Just some random thoughts about this tour, and yeah, sorry for those who expected that I would speak speak about this in Estonian. I thought that it would be a good idea to be more open also to those whom I met during my bicycle tour, and maybe it's some contribution from my side. For them. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.